that's what really, really sticks out to me, which is the end goal isn't to have a completed document. That is not the end goal. The end goal is to develop and progress your people. So that document, in whatever form it's in, is just the start. So, designing an ongoing training and coaching plan is really, really important. So I would be transparent on the results after you've gone through this exercise to say, here's what the data shows. And that's why I love your tool, Kate, and that's not a plug. But that's why I love your tool, because it has that dashboard at the front where you can actually just look at where everyone is. And I think one of the most important characteristics of a leader is transparency, right? So as a leader, show your team and say, this is where we all are, and this is what we're going to do to level the team and, upskill you on X, Y, and Z. So I would say the first thing is be transparent. The second thing is then, set expectations and communicate about how you're going to develop those skills. And as a leader, get involved and attend your team's training. So whether you're doing training...
Hallelujah. I'm just going to pause for effect there, Shabri, because how many times do sales leaders not rock up to a training session? And what does that say to their sales reps? Well, it's not important enough for me to attend. Sorry, I just had to pick up on that because that's so important.
Not at all. Like I was speaking to one of our mutual friends, Pete Crosby, recently, and I said the same thing. And he was blown away. And he said, I've been guilty of this before. Because, and I compare it to a soccer coach. If you were a soccer coach, you would never dream of not turning up to your team's practice. It's the same with sales training. So whether you're doing training internally, you're partnering with another company to deliver that, as a leader, you should be sitting in that training, because to your point, Kate, it sends the message that this isn't a good use of my time if you're not there. So think about what you can do internally, and think about what needs to be done, and make this part of the plan. I still think training is seen as a nice to have, not a must have, and it should be something that you are thinking about on a quarterly basis, and you are repeating and you're practicing, and you've got an ongoing coaching plan. So that's the second thing. And I think the third thing, if you are going to do it quarterly, as an example, measure and manage the results from that training. To me, the biggest reason why most training fails is because there's no ROI attached to it. So, for example, if you're going to do a whole training on discovery, think about what you want to be measuring at the end of that training on discovery. So it may be you want to see a 15%, 20% increase on your conversion rate from a sales qualified lead to a demo. Great. That's something you can measure really, really clearly, but measure that so you can start to then track the ROI back to your training. And suddenly you then got a business case for why you need to be investing in training and coaching more and more.